I've been loving and studying Irish folklore for something like 35 years now, amazing to say. And in all of that time, I've read hundreds and hundreds and probably thousands of tales. Tales that are funny, sad, wise, adventurous, mysterious, you name it, all kinds. And there are lots of wonderful ideas and counsel at the heart of those tales. But at the heart of it all is an idea that I think rules all of Irish folklore and can guide us today. I want to share with you today a story that expresses that idea that I think that you will love and remember. So, fáilte a chairde, welcome, my friends. I'm Kate, and this channel sits at the intersection of Irish folklore on the one hand and creative living and practice on the other. So let me tell you the story, and then let's talk it over. Once there was a soul in purgatory, and where he was spending his purgatory was clinging to a rock in the middle of a wild sea, all alone. Well, he thought he was alone, and one day, out of the clear blue, he laughed. And when he laughed, another soul heard the laugh, and suddenly they knew they weren't alone. And the other soul said, "Why have you laughed?" And the first soul said, "I've laughed because a child was just born, a child that will grow up to be a priest. And when the priest has said his first mass, I will be released from purgatory and I'll go to heaven." "Ah, that's wonderful," said the other soul. "That's wonderful, but pity my soul, for I have no one to pray for me." "Have you not?" said the first soul. "No," said the other. "Well then," said the first soul, "I bestow upon you half of my mass." And as soon as the words were out, the two of them were taken from that bleak rock in purgatory and delivered into the glorious world of heaven. Isn't that a wonderful story? So Seán Ó Conaill told that story in 1931 to James de Largy. And Seán says that he learned the story years before from a woman called Síle Ní Chiarbhic, who lived on an island in Ballingealik. So this is County Kerry. I think there's so much here, and for me, it does encapsulate that core tenet of Irish folklore. So we start with the idea of purgatory, and let's take that sort of metaphorically. I would say, clinging to the world, clinging to it, living in a kind of bleak existence is purgatory. Feeling alone is purgatory, is sort of a neither here nor there. That sense of being alone, clinging to a rock, the bleakness, and what changes it is a laugh. It's a laugh. A laugh opens up the possibility of connection, of change, of imagination, of kittens, of course. So thinking you're alone is a kind of purgatory, but laughter is a way to open it up, to create possibilities. And then we go from there to conversation. And I always think of the great proverb, Leigheas gach brón comhrá. Conversation is the cure for every sorrow. So now we have, something has changed. There's a laugh and there's a conversation. And that's the idea that talk is healing. Talk brings us together. We can endure so much if we have talk. Then we have that heartfelt impulse to share. It just comes. I love that Seán says he bestowed that from his heart. He didn't think about it. It was just that instant impulse to share half of what he had. All right, you have no one, here's half of the mass. And instantly, then we get the change. Right away, those two are taken from purgatory to heaven. Now, I want us to think of purgatory and heaven and hell as states of being that actually I think we sort of all cycle through. Hell is no connection and no hope. Purgatory is that bleakness of not feeling enough connection. Heaven is warmth and connection and hope and generosity. And so instantly we can change. We can go from purgatory or even hell to heaven, this story promises us. A couple of proverbs that I really loved: Níor chuaigh fial riamh go hIfreann. A generous soul never went to hell. Ní dheachaigh riamh fial go dheachaigh. A generous soul never went to the house of the devil. So generosity is a win-win. Both souls go to heaven, not just the one that has done the good thing, but the other soul that finally is connected with. So to me, this is a message that we can create heaven right here. So let me say clearly, if we can boil down Irish folklore to one idea, it would be this: be a warm-blooded, warm-hearted human being among other human beings. Be motivated by the natural impulses to share, to help, to connect. It really comes down to that. So I hope that you liked that story, and I hope you'll remember it. And I'd love to ask you today, what do you think creates heaven on earth? Share with us. Let us partake of your wisdom. Maybe there's something like what you're seeing in the story, or something else entirely. Heaven on earth, I think, is within our capacity to create together. And here it is: be a human being among human beings. So thank you for watching. I hope you'll like this video, which always encourages me. If it's a story you enjoyed, please share it with a friend. And please do subscribe and join us here. It's free, costs nothing, and we love to have you. So thank you so much, my friends. And I hope that this is honestly a week of heaven, connection, generosity, all the best for you. I'll see you next week.